Boom, 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 boom. Hello, I'm Amanda, if you haven't figured that out yet, and this is my channel, Grow with Amanda. So before I kind of get into what my channel is actually going to be about, I figured I should probably tell you guys a little bit about me so that you're not just listening to some stranger talk. So I'm 23 years old. My favorite color is pink. I have two brothers, one older and one younger, so that makes me the middle child. My favorite foods are strawberries, ice cream. If I don't accept ice cream, something's wrong. I love ice cream. And soup. I'm not that picky on what kind of soup, I just love soup. Now that the kind of basic, boring facts are out of the way, let me tell you guys some more interesting things about me. Or at least I think they're interesting. We'll start off with the fact that I have a mug collection. I think this is not a mug collection. There's barely any mugs here. Well, let me give you a little backstory as to why I only have these mugs out. So when I had my own place, I kind of went a little overboard on buying mugs and receiving mugs from people because everybody knew that I was the mug person, and so most of my gifts were mugs. But when I moved back home to my parents, there was no room in their cabinet for any more mugs. Like, they already had enough because I'm the mug person, so I tend to buy people mugs too. And they told me that I could put as many mugs as I could fit in this carrier, and these are the mugs I get to keep until I have my own apartment again. So I'm just going to give you a quick little rundown. Are you ready? So this one is a Taurus mug. It says patient, determined, ambitious, and reliable, which I think describes me pretty well. I have these two. They're cute. They're pink, if you can't figure out yet. Pink, favorite color. This one's from my grandpa. It says, this is no ordinary person you're dealing with, and it's on a slant, which I really like that. Unique mugs are my favorite type of mug. This one, I can't remember who I got it from, but it says, I love you dearly. I'm a big dad joke fan, or even puns. They're my thing. Oh, this one's from my ex. So I keep this out anyways, even though he's not in my life anymore, because I think it's cute, it's really dainty, it's from New Brunswick. The thought of having somebody think of me and pick something out for me that is just simple like a mug or like a postcard, it makes my day. Now the majority of my mugs, they come from GW Boutique or Value Village. Goodwill and Value Village. So I can't go into one of those stores without buying a mug. This is an example of one. So this is my collection that I have out right now. So something else that I think is pretty interesting about me is that I'm a massive Jonas Brothers fan, and I'm not afraid to admit it. So in 2013, I got to go to one of their sound checks before their concert, which was so cool, not only because I got to have like a more intimate concert with them, but also because I'd never been to a sound check before, so I thought it was really interesting as to how it worked. And so during the sound check, they decided to stop a few times and ask questions, or allow the audience to ask questions. And so, of course, I'm making a fool of myself, jumping up and down, pick me, pick me, pick me. Eventually it comes down, they're like, this is probably going to be like the last question or two. So who has a question? And everyone's, going nuts. They want to ask them a question. In my head, I was like, I have to get them to notice me. Like, I wrote a letter and I brought it to this sound check for them. They need to see me so I can give them this letter. And so I decided that I was going to jump on my chair, jump up and down like a freaking weirdo, and just try to get their attention. Of course it worked. I wasn't leaving there without getting their attention. Basically asked them if they could write a letter to anybody, who would it be and what would it say. That led to a whole conversation between all three of them and me, and I just thought that that was the coolest thing ever. I found them on YouTube, and that's kind of how I started following them and their careers. And one of the kind of main people that was always in their videos is this lady, and I can't remember her name, but she came over to me, and she might not be famous to other people, but she was famous to me, okay? I had seen this person on YouTube so many times, I was like, oh my god, she gets to hang out with the Jonas Brothers all the time, like, I'm so jealous, she's so cool. And she came over, and instantly, like, my jaw dropped. I was like, not only did I just get to talk to them, but now she's coming over here just for me. I was blown away. I could not believe it. Like, my jaw just like hit the floor. She's like, hey, so I'm coming over. Then you said that you wrote a letter and I just want to grab the letter from you. I was like, what? I was like, seriously? She's like, yeah, they want to read it. I was, the Jonas Brothers are gonna read my letter? That was word for word. I was so excited. And like, even just thinking back about it now, like, I'm getting shivers. Like, they read my letter. Jonas Brothers for life. Another little tidbit of information that I think is pretty interesting about me is that I'm a huge theater fan. Not only was I a huge theater fan in high school and in grade school, but once I hit college, I literally went to school for theater arts technical production. It was definitely an eye-opener because I didn't understand how much time, how much effort, and how much passion it takes to create a production. Now I have a deeper understanding as to how hard these people work to put on their productions. It's not just memorize a script, go on stage, have your costume and makeup, go. It's a lot more intricate than that. A final thing, I typically call it my party trick because I've only really done it at parties. I thought I would try it out in a different spot with a little bit more of a thrill to it for you guys this time. So enjoy this clip of me drinking a cup of water from my forehead without using my hands. And I just want to point out, I am on the edge of a cliff right now, and I am terrified of heights. I typically focus my eyes on something on the ceiling when I'm doing this, so the fact that I'm doing this so smoothly right now, it blew my mind, and it blew everybody else's mind who was around me, so hope it blows your mind. So now that you guys know a little bit about me and I'm not a complete stranger, let me tell you a little bit about what my channel is going to involve. So I'm hoping that on my channel you guys are going to be educating yourselves about mental health, but also educating yourselves about me. I am diagnosed with bipolar disorder, PTSD, and ADD. And I think it's important to incorporate the educational aspect of mental health and what exactly it is, where you can find resources, things like that, but also with a real world example. Because yeah, you can read about mental health in a book all you want, but unless you talk to somebody who has gone through it, who might deal with it on a daily basis or a yearly basis, I don't think you're gonna get a full really understanding as to what it's like living with these mental health disorders or illnesses or challenges. I'm not only gonna have myself, but I'm hoping to have a few guests on the channel because of course I'm not diagnosed with everything and I don't know everything. I'm still learning on this journey as much as you guys are gonna be learning with me. So I wanna tell you guys a little bit about what I'm gonna be talking about. Now I'm not gonna give you the entire list of topics I wanna talk about because then there's no surprise to it, and I love surprises. So I decided that I was going to give you guys 5 topics to kind of grab your attention a little bit more if I haven't already. So the first one, obviously, it's going to be about my different diagnoses. Second one is going to be about neurofeedback. I also want to talk about ECT because ECT has been a big part of my life. It has affected me in ways that I didn't think it would, and I'm still dealing with the ramifications to this day. So I think it's a really important topic to talk about. I also want to talk about resources. Not only what resources there are out there, but how to access resources, what resources there are that are covered through insurance, or maybe what kind of coverage there is out there for you to get the support that you need. And finally, a day in the life with me. So I'm hoping I grabbed your attention a little bit today, and if you want to catch my videos, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and get ready to grow with Amanda. I'm going to be talking about just typical days in the life, what day? I want to talk about, because it's about me, grow with Amanda. No, I don't like that. That sounds too cocky. What you're going to be tuning into every week. No, not every week. I'm not going to be that fast. So, fuck, where's my brain today? I want to talk about ECT because that has such an So I want to talk about 5... Woo! New episode, new channel. See, I can't even talk. Fuck. Okay. Bye.